Hi there, I am Scouter Steve, and welcome to my scouting collection. In this episode, we're going to talk about my bolo ties. Like scouts in many troops, when I was a Boy Scout, we wore a neckerchief with our uniform. When I joined the troop as an adult leader when I was 19 years old, the troop was still wearing neckerchiefs as part of their uniform. But that didn't last for very long because they weren't as popular as they once were. Our troop soon chose to wear bolo ties as their neckwear. 40 years later, the troop still wears a bolo tie. Well, I have collected only several neckerchiefs through the years, but I do have a nice collection of bolo ties. Most of the bolo ties that I have, I bought because I either attended that camp, participated in that outing, or something like that. So they have a special meaning to me. Let me show you what bolo ties that I've collected over the years. Well, everybody's familiar with just the regular scouting bolo tie, so I'm not even going to show you that one. So let's get into the other ones here right away. First of all, I'm going to show you kind of a special one here. This is one that was made for me by a friend of mine who happened to be running roundtables at the time. This one is a monkey fist with a couple of beads on a nice blue cord, which I think looks really sharp. I really like this one. Paul did a good job of putting this one together. So thank you, Paul. Now, in addition to the regular, basic old bolo ties, there were a few special ones that came over the years. This one is a special one signifying kind of a anniversary, you could say, or a promotion. It says, "The adventure begins, the Boy Scouts of America." As you can see, it's a pretty nice little bolo tie. Not real big and clumsy, pretty small, but still a nice bolo tie, again, with the blue cord. And we got the little ends on them, golden color. So, kind of a nice little tie there. Another one, made by the BSA for a special occasion, is the On My Honor bolo tie. As you can see, nice and colorful. On My Honor, timeless values. I'm not sure exactly when I got this. I got a feeling it was probably in the 80s or 90s when I picked this one up. There again, the kind of a multicolored, plaid-colored cord on it. Pretty nice looking. At least I think it is. Now, I did go through wood badge, so of course I do have my wood badge beads. So they're not a bolo tie, so we'll just put those off to the side. But because I am a member of the Bob White Patrol of my wood badge course, I do have a Bob White bolo tie that I can wear for those special occasions. Kind of made out of pewter, or pewter looking anyway. Nice little picture of the Bob White there, along with the wood badge words below it. Okay, those are kind of the basic BSA ones. Let's get into, let's say, summer camp ones, because I do have some summer camp. Our troop has been going to Many Point Scout Camp in Minnesota, northern Minnesota for, 3 decades now. So I've picked up a few of their bolo ties over the years. First of all, there is the basic Many Point bolo tie, red cord with the symbol of the loon, which is their logo for Many Point. Pretty nice little bolo tie there. And actually, I have 2 of those that I picked up. That way, if one wears out, I've got another one to wear. I also have a Viking Council bolo tie because Many Point used to be part of the Viking Council before the 2 councils down in the Twin Cities merged into one bigger council. So this is kind of a special bolo tie because it's from a defunct or extinct council now, but it is from Viking Council for Many Point Scout Reservation. They now call it Many Point Scout Camp instead of reservation. They had an anniversary back in 1996, the 50th anniversary, because the camp opened in 1946. So they made a special, and this is a wooden logo medallion, whatever you want to call it, on the cord there. And as you can see, it signifies the 50th anniversary of Many Point from 1946 when it opened to 1996, the year of this particular bolo tie. That one I did like so much, I do have two of them. Seeing that they're wood ones don't seem to last as long as the metal ones if you're wearing them. So I kind of wanted to be prepared and have a second one on hand. Another one that came later in the year 2000 was another wooden bolo tie. And as you can see, this one features the loon again. And this one features a nighttime scene from the camp with the year 2000 hidden in the moon. The patch for that year actually had glow-in-the-dark stars and moon on it. So it kind of shined a little bit on your uniform at night when you were walking to the campfire. So these are my Many Point bolo ties. I do have more. So let's kind of move these out of the way here and move on to the next one. Those were summer camp. Well, I've been to a few high adventure bases, so of course I picked up some from the high adventure bases. The first one is from Philmont. I went to, back in 1984, I went to the Philmont Training Center to learn more about being a Scoutmaster. So while I was there, I picked up this Philmont Order of the Arrow bolo tie, which I thought was kind of neat looking. It was for sale in the trading post, so I thought that would be a nice addition to my collection. And of course, while I'm there, I had to pick up the basic Philmont bolo tie back then. The red cord again, Philmont bull on it with the brand, the backward S. So just a nice little one that says Philmont Scout Ranch. Have another one that basically is the same medallion, if you want to call it that, on there. But this one has a black cord, so I could have a choice of which color cord I wanted to wear. I also have a Philmont 50 Years of Adventure bolo tie. So there again, we got the Tooth of Time in the background. 50 Years of Adventure printed across the bottom of it for their 50th anniversary. And yes, they celebrated it, I believe, for 2 years. So I was able to go there on a trek during those 2 years. It was the second of the 2 years. So not only did I pick up the bolo tie, I've got the special patch that you got for attending that year. Another one for Philmont, and this one I really like, is the Philmont Arrowhead on a corded bolo tie. And there, as you can see, it says Philmont Scout Ranch, Cimarron, New Mexico, with the Tooth of Time in there and a couple of the cattle and horse brands toward the side there. That's all the ones from Philmont. I do have a couple of them from National Jamborees. The first one here is from 1981 Jamboree, featuring George Washington talking to a scout on the logo there. Kind of a neat looking one. I kind of liked it. I did not attend the Jamboree that year, but I do like the bolo ties, so I thought I'm going to pick that up and add it to my collection. One of the few that I have that I didn't participate in to get that one. However, I did go to the National Jamboree in 2001, so of course I picked up the 2001 bolo tie with the multicolor cord again, the braided cord, and the golden, if you know what this portion of the bolo tie is called, leave a comment below so that I know what it's called. But as you can see, it is a very nice medallion on there with the 2001 logo, National Scout Jamboree. Strong values, strong leaders. So very nice bolo tie. I have worn that one on occasion. Got to be a little careful though with these kind of cords because they do wear out after a while. So I've got to kind of use them sparingly. A few years ago, I got to go to the summit to try out a week's worth of camp to see what the place was like. Didn't participate in a high adventure type activity there, so I didn't get my triple crown because that would have been the third high adventure base I was at. But while I was there, I did I did buy a Summit bolo tie. Just a black cord and nice and bright orange there, featuring some of the activities that the scouts could do while they're at the summit. So there are my high adventure and Jamboree bolo ties. Nice little collection there that I can go through and wear whenever I want. I have one more series of bolo ties to go through, and that is for the Order of the Arrow. Yes, I am an Order of the Arrow member. So, of course, when I joined the Order of the Arrow, we were still using the head of the chief as part of the logo for the Order of the Arrow, which I kind of liked over those years. That was kind of nifty. I understand why they why they had to change it or whatever, but I especially consider this a nice part of my collection now because, of course, you can't get these anymore unless you get them from another collector. So a nice little Order of the Arrow there. And just to make it a little better, they also had a pewter one on a black braided cord. Once again, featuring the head of the chief. And even on the back of this one, there is, and you probably can't see it, but there is a double W or double W on the back with the arrow pointing. So got something on the front and the back of that one. Then, of course, they changed the Order of the Arrow. So now we have the arrowhead pointing upwards, representing the group. So here we go, black braided cord again, kind of a pewter colored medallion along with the red arrowhead. And that one I actually have two of because I like that one so well. I do have just your basic red braided cord again with the simple logo on the smaller medallion. Once again, if you know what it's called, leave a comment below so that I know. But I kind of like those two. Gives a little variety. And then way back when, our lodge decided to come up with its own bolo tie. So it's the Naganabi Lodge, Lodge 31. And as you can see, this one's getting a little wore out. I've worn it a few times. Kind of a special collector's edition. This is probably 20, 30 years old on this one. But there again, I like this one. I'm going to have to take this off and switch it around because for some reason, this one is on upside down. I should really change that around before I wear it again. Not sure how that happened. So there we have it. Those are my bolo ties that I have collected over the years. What do you think of them? Which one is your favorite out of these? Do you prefer the summer camp ones or the high adventure ones? Or do you like the Order of the Arrow ones? Or do you prefer the handmade ones, the special ones? Leave a comment below. Let me know what your favorite is. And as long as you're doing that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I don't know where it is here, but hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any future videos that I put together. Until next time, enjoy collecting scouting stuff, and happy scouting to you.